So guess what? For the very first time ever, this really important guy named David Schwartz just told us when he thinks big companies are going to start using XRP everywhere. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what David Schwartz said because honestly, this is happening way faster than I ever thought it would. And guys, I think lots of people are going to be totally shocked by what David Schwartz says here. Like always, you guys are awesome and help this channel so much. Thank you to everyone who clicks the thumbs up on these videos and follows my channel. These two easy things really help me out a ton. Also, if you want a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite website called Uphold. I put the link down below this video. But anyway, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys like what I'm about to share. So, I want to start this video and talk about something real quick before we get to David Schwartz's words, and that's some possible problems with a company called Circle that might happen soon. One of the things we've talked about on this channel is that something called interest rates will probably go down very soon. The other thing we've talked about is how Circle is probably the biggest rival to Ripple when it comes to making digital coins that stay the same price. Now, the big difference between Ripple and Circle is that Ripple does lots of different business things. They're really a company that helps big banks and businesses use digital money. But Circle just makes one type of digital coin point. One of the problems Circle will definitely run into is that right now, it looks like pretty much all their money comes from something called treasury yield from their coin, called USDC. Now with treasury rates going down soon, this could put Circle in a really bad spot where the money they make from their coin USDC could drop by 80 to 90%. Of course, Ripple is going to lose some money from this too, but their business isn't just about making one type of coin. They have lots of different business deals with big companies where they make computer programs for tons of different things, like keeping money safe or moving money around the world. They do a whole bunch of different things. But Circle has a really big risk problem here. And I just want to tell you this because I think we could see a huge shakeup in the digital coin market when treasury yields go down. We know that's coming. Trump wants it to happen. He's made that super clear. The Federal Reserve just changed their rules to let them cut interest rates much sooner. And lots of the digital money industry, in my opinion, isn't ready for this. There's lots of easy money in the digital money world right now, where basically these digital money companies just take people's cash and put that money in treasuries and make money from it. But if interest rates come down, I don't think lots of these companies are really ready for that big change. And I think Circle is one of the companies that's going to be in lots of trouble. I don't think it's a coincidence that they decided to sell shares to the public right before these rate cuts were going to happen. I have a feeling they probably knew these rate cuts were coming and wanted to get extra cash to help them survive when interest rates stay low for a long time. All their money comes from interest rates, and they're going to have a really hard time growing and keeping up with new ideas if their money is dropping big time over the next year or so. With that said, though, I want to talk about one other thing before we get to David Schwartz's words, and that's something I thought was super cool. Now, this is a conversation between two guys named ABS and Paul Barron. They're talking about fake computer coup, NTS in the digital money world. One of the things that people always say about XRP fans that I always thought was total garbage is that XRP fans are just a bunch of fake computer accounts. There's no real people who own XRP. Basically, everything you see on Twitter is just a whole bunch of fake accounts. Now, I have always fought back against this. I mean, for me, I talk with real people all the time. It seems like the XRP world is one of the few places that really has lots of real people. I don't see that many fake accounts. Actually, I see lots of fake accounts that say bad things about XRP. But I thought this was a really cool clip of Paul Barron actually talking about this and how he's noticed that what I noticed is totally right. The XRP system is one of the few blockchain systems that isn't filled with fake accounts. And actually, it's lots of the other big systems out there. Listen to this. And this is a good example. I'm sure you've seen this before. If you make a poll with Bitcoin and XRP in it, doesn't matter, any other third or fourth digital coin that you might put in, and you do it at a time when something's happening in the market, the XRP fans will beat that poll by sometimes 5 times, 6 times, 7 times more votes. It's a crazy percentage. And I get this argument a lot from people inside the digital money world that say, "Oh, Paul, those are fake accounts. That's a fake account system." And I'm like, whoa, now you're talking the wrong way, because we build a computer program that measures what people think. We have a computer system that basically pulls out the fake stuff, especially from crypto Twitter, because there's lots of fake accounts on crypto Twitter. And one of the few digital coins that don't have fake accounts, at least that we found using technology that we spent almost 10 years building, is XRP. It's like these are real people. The fake account activity actually comes from some of the digital coins that you would never believe it would come from. So guys, I think he drops a pretty big hint there that the coins you would never believe are probably Bitcoin and Ethereum, that it's just one of those things that people always say mean things about, but get totally wrong. People always say, oh, there's no real people who own XRP. Oh, all those polls are just fake accounts. They always look for some reason to make excuses without having any real proof. But the truth is that the reason why so many people, real people, have bought XRP is because there's real world use for it. Things are actually being done the right way. It's solving a real problem. XRP speaks for itself, and that's why people are so interested in it. Lots of people really like digital money, but they have a hard time figuring out where these digital coins can actually be used. With XRP, it's super obvious, and that's why so many people like the coin, as so many people try to say mean things like, oh, well, it's all fake account activity. You should ignore that. Or, oh, you should pay attention to this other coin. There's no fake accounts there, but they never actually prove anything. And anyone who's actually looked at the real information or sits in a job like me would know that it's totally not fake accounts, that it's all real people. I'm always talking with these people. I can see who watches my YouTube videos. I can see what's real and what's fake accounts, and I have made videos about other coins. And it's a huge difference. It's just one of those things that people always try to trick people who own XRP. They try to make you feel bad by saying, oh, well, no one actually really agrees with you. It's just a whole bunch of fake accounts. But all the proof shows that this is totally wrong. I just wanted to share that with you because it's another big lie that gets spread around. But if you've ever actually looked into it, it's actually the complete opposite. And most of the people who own XRP are some of the smartest investors, the richest, and the most clever. It's because those people are looking for real-world ways to use digital money, because those people are looking for something that's actually going to be used by everyone, not some silly hype project that doesn't make any sense. And with that said, I want to get to the main thing in this video, which is David Schwartz saying something that I think is totally amazing. And that has to do with everyone starting to use digital money and a digital coin like XRP. For the longest time, we know that Ripple has had lots of business deals in the background working with different people to roll out ways for big companies to use XRP Point. One of the things that sometimes I think can be hard for XRP fans is that Ripple works with big companies, right? They don't get much benefit from going out there and making some big advertisements saying, hey everyone, look at this. Look what we just did. Because at the end of the day, regular people don't really care, because these aren't products for regular people. These are products for big companies. And if that big company doesn't want the news to come out yet, Ripple's not going to tell the news. And what's the point of even getting people excited if it's a product for big companies? The big company is going to use it. The big company might use it for its customers. But why do customers even have to know? It's not some big guessing game to make prices go up and down. That they're actually using digital money for what it was really meant to do. But I wanted to listen to David Schwartz actually talk about timelines here, because when David Schwartz talks about when things will happen, we can get a good idea of how fast things are moving behind the scenes. This clip is brand new, and I think it's going to make you very excited for how close we're to big companies actually using this stuff that so many people have been waiting for. I think also just better ways for people to use this stuff. We're really like, if people are going to be able to use a blockchain, they're going to have to It's going to have to be the case where you can use a blockchain without having to know what a private key is, or without having to know what a blockchain is. Like, it's just going to have to just work. And I think we're really close. I think we're just like a couple of months away from making some of those big changes happen to get everyone using this, giving them money services that regular people around the world need. And that's why we've been doing this for so long. So I think that clip tells us so much. David Schwartz says right there that he believes they're a few months away from getting everyone to use this, even people who usually wouldn't even care about digital money. David Schwartz gets it perfectly, and this is one of the reasons why I've always been so interested in XRP.